Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5. Folks, today we've got Homestead, Miami. We just had a fantastic weekend in Atlanta. Now it's time to take the talents a little bit farther south and see if we can't continue driving quite well. Strategy always playing a role in every race we have. That's how we got up front, and that's how we're going to try to keep it up front in this race. 1.4 million in the bank. So let me see if I can do a little something with the workshop employees, and then we're going to set up the car, and we'll see you right before qualifying. We do not have a good car. That's all I can say with that. Goal time of a 32 flat, and we didn't get close. And pole position was a 31.373. We're going to struggle this race. I don't know what else to say. Setup feels good. Car feels fine, but it's slow. We're in 95, 90, 95, so not really sure why there's such a disparity between what we can do and what our goal time is, but hopefully, I don't even know what's going to happen. Let's qualify, though. All right, here we go. Down the front stretch, qualifying lap now underway. Just really trying to bring the car down to the line, let it fade up comfortably so we don't scrub off any speed oversteering. Going into 3 and 4, same thing. Bring it down, let it fade up so we don't have any kind of scrub off or extra wear on our tires for later. Touch the wall just a little bit, and that's actually going to cost us. We drive 25th place qualifying, not fantastic. Taking a look at your qualifying leaders. Gary Norton wins the pole. Max Koss second. Lane Timmergen third. Matt Malone fourth. Bryce Egan fifth. John Perez sixth. Michael Chavez eighth. Eliza Bethel 20th. Jeremiah Graham 23rd. David Schildhouse 28th. Taylor Carpenter 29th. Timothy Mathis, 30th. AJ Hale, newcomer to the league. First race today. Driving the number 12 Red Bull. Completely custom there. And he comes in 31st. Casey Kane, 32nd. Bernardo De Oliveira, 33rd. Parker Smith, 34th. Bradshaw Stout, 35th. Matthias Espinoza, 36th. Well, we've got some time to figure it out today. But we start off, Matthias Espinoza didn't have a good practice. Tommy Joe Martins had an engine change after qualifying. He goes to the back. Michael Chavez crashed during qualifying. He goes to the back. So we'll be starting on the inside in 13th place.
Coming to the green, driver. Ready. Green, green, green.
We're hopefully going to be able to take advantage of some strategy to get us up into the top 15 for this one. And we are in line to start working on some other upgrades for the car to make ourselves more competitive. We've got 22 laps in stage number 1 as we ease in 21st place behind Junior. And as you can see, draft active right off the bat. So hopefully we'll be able to make some good moves and have the draft be our friend as it pulls us up to that top 15, top 10, top 5, top victory. Who knows where we're going to end up by the end of this one. That's why we do the races. We got to be very cautious, of course, around the other drivers. Really want to focus on as clean of driving as possible. I did turn up the recovery skill. I felt like sometimes we'd have contact that was really, really mild, and all of a sudden they would be completely gone, and that wasn't great. Ryan Ellis jumping to our inside as I get loose coming out of 4. Okay, I practiced a number of laps trying to get things in a good place, and we never once got loose, so that's interesting. Maybe it was just our positioning, paying more attention to Ryan Ellis than paying attention to ourselves there. But here we go.
Careful.
Dropping back to 22nd place.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Brennan Poole looking for a spot inside of us. We're going to have contact with Junior, and must have been really big contact. He did recover it. Good. I was going to say must have been really big contact if that was happening. Not great. Not what we wanted at all. Time to settle things in just a little bit. Lane Tibergen leading the race. He seems to be having a remarkable season. And the draft is going to pull us up, so everything we had kind of lost there, we're gaining back already, which is big for us because I was very concerned.
Still there.
Side-by-side racing here with Jeffrey Earnhardt, as we would love to grab into Ryan Truex's draft. Get pulled around, there we go, get pulled around Jeffrey Earnhardt, and that's a big deal for us. Take a look at our tire wear real quick. Not too shabby. Nothing to worry about with pitting in this car at this track during the first two stages. We'll make it all the way to the stage break. Looks like we have a bit of a breakaway, a couple different groups as we jump into the top 20. We grab Eliza Bethel's draft. I see Ryan Ellis maybe just had a bad qualifying as he is working his way up the pack pretty quick here. Getting stuck, I think, behind Josh Berry. Looking for a position to get around him. We have caught the group, which is it's a big deal for us right now. Especially with how it started, and we've driven away from Ryan Truex, so that's a big deal as well.
Stay low.
Just now 3 positions outside of the position we need to be in. That gives me pretty good hope, especially with this pack of cars right in front of me. That would put me in the spot that I need to be in. Of course, as soon as Sammy Smith gets up there into his spot. Oh, good. We kept some good speed. I was concerned we were going to lose a bunch of speed outside of the draft and lose everyone. We still may end up Ryan Ellis on our outside again.
Stay low, stay low.
We're not as slow as I thought we would be. So, here comes Eliza Bethel. Aggressive move on the inside, and she's going to take the position away. And Ryan Ellis on the outside had us sandwiched in there going through 1 and 2. Not real comfortable for me at this early stage in the race. Brendan Poole has gotten around, and Greg Galding both getting around Ryan Truex. So the question there, was he just a little bit slow in holding off some faster cars? But I guess we'll find out as we are trying to take the line around Ellis and Custer. Getting back on the gas as early as possible. Whoa, getting loose out of 2. All right, so that high line does not work for, or even the middle line does not work for us. We got really loose coming out of there.
All right, you're clear.
And now we've got Michael Chavez back there. He's made his way up through. Again, he crashed during qualifying, so he had a faster car than us, and he's making his way around.
You got room, you're clear there.
Jump to the inside of Cole Custer, take that position. Eliza Bethel up there getting around Sammy Smith into the position we need to be in as we get a huge run on Ryan Ellis on the inside.
You got room.
We are using the brake a little bit only because we're trying to keep it down when we're going around another car. We don't want to fade up at all. I'm driving it a little bit deeper. And in this game, you don't have to use the brake, but I am doing it just to make sure that I'm not running up into anybody else. As we get around the inside of Sammy Smith, can we keep the position as we have a better drive off? Yes, we can. And here we go, grabbing Eliza's draft and trying to catch up to her now. It's a big deal. Tire wear not going to be an issue probably today, as we have, I think, 11 left in the first stage. We pull up right on Eliza. I'd love to be able to work with her to get up to the next pack, because I think that we have something for them, but I'm not sure that we're going to be able to work with her to get there. Just with how finicky the system is in this game, I don't want to risk, ruining the relationship there, having another rival. So I have to be really cautious with that. Not to mention, we already did that with Dale Jr. in this race. About 10 to go in stage number 1. We're just side by side with Eliza. We're not going to catch the group in front of us. So why don't we go ahead and speed things up. And we'll get back on the mic at the end of stage number 1 as we are now in the goal position for the incentive bonus with our sponsors.
Nice driving that stage, driver.
17th place finish for the stage. No points on that one. I think we got a 15th place car, so that's good. The last run will be the big one for us to determine whether that's true or not. And in the interim, I don't know if he's back on track, but Matt Kenseth had issues and got onto pit road. So we had scammed an extra position. But we also lost the spot to Michael Chavez, who's made his way through the crowd. And now Tommy Joe Martin's doing the same thing. Sun is setting here in Homestead, Miami. We gain a spot on pit road. We need to hopefully get away from Tommy Joe as one of our rivals as quick as possible. Got Brandon Jones on our inside. Eliza Bethel in front of us. We're going to try to stay high here. See if we can hold the speed through.
Careful, still there.
We got loose off. That high line for us is no bueno. But we got through it. Thankfully with fresh tires. With worn tires, we may not have been able to get through that at all. So let's see if with the group all stacked back up, if we have a chance to start to do some okay work. Problem is we've got good old Tommy Joe behind us again, so
hold your line, got one outside.
I expect for some contact, and I've received some contact, so there's that happiness. Best thing I can do with Tommy Joe is just stay away from him. Same thing with Max Cost. We need to let things iron out a little bit on track right now before we start to try to make some moves. But we're hanging in the draft with this group. And so as long as we're able to keep doing that, I think we'll be in an all right spot as the race continues on. And it seems like the draft, of course, for us is king. We lose the draft, we're going to lose any bit of this lead pack. So let's see if we can get Sheldon Creed behind us and start to make our moves on some of these cars so we're in front of the pack. And that can only help us with the draft if we've got other cars right behind us and cars in front of us.
You just posted your best lap ever. That's awesome.
That's right, we did, because we were in a 3-car draft. So now we're running into 1 and 2, and we got real slow because we got tight. And I don't think it's going to turn out well for me. Little loose off. So tight and loose off, just what you want.
Still there? You're all clear.
Dive it as hard into the turn as possible to clear Eliza Bethel and try to get into Hill's draft. Start moving our way up even farther if possible. Little apron touch there that's going to screw up our entire turn, cost us at least 1, maybe 2 positions.
Inside.
We're going to try to jump down in front of Eliza here. Nope. Let her go.
Outside.
I'm not going to drive up and cut her off. We had the room to go down, but not to go up in front of her, and we're going to get smacked into again by Tommy Joe. So he's going to take that spot from us. Not great, all because I messed up two turns. Got to really pay attention to that. Can't touch the apron. We're that close with everything right now. It's something as simple as losing a little bit of speed on the apron early in a run is going to cost us multiple positions, and we're going to have to work really hard to get it all back. So I hate that we are rivals with anybody, but the rival system is part of the game, and so we embrace that. Just unlike NASCAR Thunder 04, I think it is, you can get into their draft and you can, well, you're on a controller, so press R2 and buddy draft with them and improve bad relationships over time. Slowly, but at least you can do it. Here you have absolutely no idea where they're at with their anger. In updated news, I just glanced down at the mini-map and noticed it's Bryce Egan leading the race now. He has taken the position away from Lane Tibergen. We've got 12 to go in stage number 2. We've got a chance to drive up to some of these drivers. We're going to stick with it. But we're right where I said we would be. We're sitting in 15th place. We got Greg Galding behind us. I'm not sure. I mean, he may be faster than us, but I just caught the draft a little bit of Tommy Joe. And now we're in his draft going around 3 and 4. So that's going to help us quite a bit. And again, if this is one of those things where being in his draft helps him and helps our... Ooh, Sheldon Creed just got himself loose or something. He's smoking. Anyway, if Tommy Joe and me running in the draft with him helps him out and helps our relationship, then that's good for us. But I would also like to pass him. I'd like to pass him as soon as possible. I'm definitely going to do what I can to stay off of his bumper.
10 laps to go.
10 laps in stage number 2. Race going by quite nicely. Aside from a couple cars, there's Sheldon Creed pulling onto pit road right now. I saw his little dot. Not sure if that's the day for him. Matt Kenseth on pit road. Still, his day is over. Even if it's not over, he's so many laps down. He is of no consequence to anything that we're doing on the track right now. Both of those cars could have passed us on track, so that's fortunate for us to have them not be anything that we have to worry about as we continue on here. We, I think, have caught up with Austin Hill, and I'm not sure if Tommy Joe has caught his draft as well, but I'm sticking behind him because, well, to be honest, I can't pass him. I'm curious, again, to see how it's going to go. I could actually pass him maybe, but I'm curious to see how the full run will go. These stages are ending, and we've got, 17 in the tank, and we've got 6, 7, 8 left in the stage. Ooh. Sheldon Creed back on track. Couple laps down. Maybe 2 laps down, so couple cautions, late cautions, and he could be back on the lead lap competing with us, but as it stands right now, he's not. And right as I say it, folks, we get a caution. We aren't going to pit. We're going to stay status quo. I don't see any kind of benefit in pitting at this point. Position is huge for us. Although one of the things that's what I'm doing. Lessons have been learned in the truck series that if you're around a rival on restarts, they'll drive you up into the wall if you're on the high line, and we were, so we certainly said no thank you, and we let things go the way they were going to go. Now, we may end up getting a huge run and passing a couple cars, but right now, I'm just being real cautious with Tommy Joe here. If I can, I just really wish I could work on the rivalry, especially with him hitting us a couple times. It'd be really cool if them bumping into us reduced their anger, but I don't think it does, because in the truck series, we got wrecked by cars that we were rivals with constantly, and which is why we're not in the truck series anymore, because you just couldn't deal with that rival system. I should have just restarted the game at that time, because it was something I learned in a very short period of time.
Still there.
But, oh well.
All right, you're clear.
We just got the position from Tommy Joe, and he rode the high line and didn't really benefit him. And I'm hoping that I'm able to pull in Daniel Hemrick get a nice run and put a bit of a gap between us and Tommy Joe now. Hoping. Because I don't want to be dealing with him on my bumper. Ooh, we just got real tight and then real loose. Come on, catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it. There we go. Catching it and losing a couple spots. Better than wrecking it and losing all my spots. That sucked. We were doing really well. See if we can get up around Galding into Austin Hill's draft.
I need 2 more good laps from you.
Weak. That's actually not great. We had a chance, actually. I feel like if we got around Hemrick, we had a real good chance for maybe a playoff point, a stage point. Now we don't. 2 laps left in stage 2. We're just going to kind of keep things calm. Austin Hill right in front of us. Nothing really to do with him.
You got 1 to go.
Jumped to his inside. I mean, he left the door open. We had a nice run off of him.
You're clear all around.
Of course, then we got super tight. And now we're middle of the track, which I don't like, so I'm going to try to fade it up. Yeah, that was all right. Yeah, we lost the spot, but middle of the track is not good for us coming out, so at least we didn't mess up really bad for us. Now we're running high line, and I'm really concerned about that. Oh, no. We held it well. 14th place. You do what you do, right? 14th place. Better finish than we had in stage number 1. Stage 3 will be basically split in half. We jump up 2 spots on pit road. Excellent for us. Now I think that means we got Tommy Joe right behind us, though, so we're going to absolutely gun it and do our best to scam some positions right away on the jump. Can I get around Hemrick and get to the inside? Yes.
Clear low.
Get in behind Josh Berry here. Hang on to it now. There we go. I'm like fresh tires, but cold tires at the same time. Pole winner Gary Norton back here with us.
Still there.
So that's not great for him. I mean, it's not bad. He's in the top 10.
Hold your line there.
No! Tommy Joe jumped up the inside and got right into us, but thankfully it did not negatively impact us. 52 to go in the race. There will be, well, unless there's a caution midway through, there will be
3 wide.
green flag pit stops.
Car high, careful.
All right. What am I going to do? You know, he was being super aggressive with me, and it's
still there inside.
That cost us a lot, actually. Got me flustered.
Got a car low now.
Gotta get back to it and try to get back some of these spots.
Inside.
He's not inside. I saw him the whole time. We had a gap. Little gap, but we had a gap.
Inside. All right, you're clear there.
He's trying to poke his nose there, but it didn't work. Shallow entry on that one. That's going to send us up the track, but I think with fresh tires, we should be all right. Little loose off, but definitely didn't carry the speed because of our entry. We had to scrub off some speed. Nobody wants that. Yeah, it's been, it's funny. For as exciting of a race as it seems like, we're always in the middle of doing something. We're not changing positions. We're not gaining really much at all. We've gone up. We got 2 cars on pit road. I don't know who actually ended up also failing out from earlier. We got loose off there. That looked like it was Dale Jr. Contact with the wall going to put us into 15th place. That's a concern because now anything lost is going to put us out of our goal position. We've got Ryan Ellis and David Schildhaus right behind us. Brennan Poole racing Schildhaus on the inside. So we're going to try to be a little more aggressive with our turns and see if we can't make something of it. I don't think so. I think that trying to go in deep like that and just power through, I think you're scrubbing off a lot of speed and you're burning up your tires doing that. Best thing you can do is let the car settle down and then get on it so that you're not putting all that pressure on it, Car feels a lot better that way. You're coming out with more speed. Ryan Ellis right behind us. Great gelding there now. I actually really like this. I'm going to pit because we're in the 80s, and I think that that's enough to give us a little bit of something here. We'll drop 14 spots. Let's see what we can do. We don't have anybody back here that's a rival. Hey, we get to look at AJ Hale's car potentially, too. I like that paint scheme.
Careful there. All clear.
There's also potential that we don't. He's right behind Taylor Carpenter right now. There it is. The Red Bull car. It's not black. It's actually a dark blue. Let's see if we can. There you go. Kind of get a good view of it right there as we're side by side. It looks black because it's nighttime, but you can see where the lights are on it. It's blue. So I like it. It looks really cool. Anyway, back to racing. I'm surprised to see Jeffrey Earnhardt back here. I know we passed him early in the race, but he seemed at least competitive.
Careful.
Jeremiah Graham, another newcomer in the last couple races. Timothy Mathis in 23rd. And a little bit of a shocker as well, Cole Custer. So again, seeing some cars out here that I just would not expect to see. I mean, not super far back, but back far enough. They're usually more front-running cars.
All clear.
Let's get into it, get around Custer. I mean, he's not that fast. Well, I guess when we pass him... Oh, that is Junior. So who is on pit road that has a yellow and light blue car? Is it Brandon Jones? No, because Brandon Jones is right there, I think. I don't know, but... We're back up in the top 20 with that runner on the outside. Ryan Truex in front of us. Brandon Jones in front of him. Tires make a difference. We're going to be back up in the 15th place in no time with much fresher stuff than they have. And that gives us a chance to run longer, which means if a caution were to come out when they pit, we're in a great spot to, well, finish in a great spot. So a little bit of strategy. We had such a lot left in this race, there was no reason really not to pit. We weren't up in the top 10. We weren't vying. We're basically mid-pack at the time. So it's not like we were vying for a victory and needed to follow suit. We can take a risk when we're a little bit farther back. I knew we could make it to the top 15. Again, that's the car we have. But I'm trying to get more than a top 15 out of this. And having fresher tires is definitely playing dividends, as we're up into 17th place, and we're making a run on Ryan Ellis right now.
Stay low, stay low.
Greg Gaulding, next target on our list, and then Austin Hill, which is who we were behind when the caution flew. So, not too shabby, and it brought some action to the table. So I would expect the other cars to pit with under 20 to go.
Still there?
We didn't have a speed up in stage 2. We'll speed this stage up right now at the line, and when we get back, it'll be when everybody's pitting or when a caution comes out. I hope it's when everyone's pitting under green, though. I'd rather it not be a caution. So anyway, folks, at the line, we'll go to a speed up. We'll be back on the mic, as we always do, basically with some real action.
Caution's out, wave them off.
Well, that kind of changes everything. Caution comes out. 34 left. When we pit, we're going to have 28. So we're still going to be outside of the window. We'll probably have 32 or 31 left in the race when we cross the line. Should be interesting to see if we can play the fuel game. We don't lose any spots on pit road. Tommy Joe Martins, as I keep an eye on arrival, is 2 behind us, so I think he's directly behind us. Again. So how good can I get through the gears? What kind of a jump can I get to get us out of danger? We're going to jump on the inside of Sam Mayer. And that worked right at the last second. And now I'm going to get tight because I was looking in my rear view instead of turning. And we're going to get loose off, and we're going to cause a huge mess. But nobody else spun out, so we're going to figure it out, get back up on track safely. And that will work it again. That was bad. That was very bad for us. We'll get it back. We'll get it figured out. 30 left in the race. So, yeah, we're outside of the... I mean, yeah, we're actually still outside the pit window, the final pit window. So I'm glad I didn't wreck there or wreck anybody there because what is up with us anyway? Because if I had, that would have been no strategy needed for anybody. Of course, if we go another 2 laps and a caution comes out at any time after that, we'll all pit for the final time and not worry about it at all.
Careful, still there.
We do need to push our way back up to the top 15 after our mess up. And it looks like maybe Oliveira stayed out as he is dropping back, but he was up much farther than he had been. So a bit of a strategy move for him, and unfortunate for that team. It's just not paying off. There's still a newer team and still building that program, so you got to go through the paces like all the other drivers did. That's what happens when we bring a new driver in. They're not as bad as the other drivers were when we started this whole thing, but they're definitely not as good as where those drivers are now, so that's just how it goes. Oh, yeah, we touched the apron. That's going to be costly as Brandon Jones looks on the inside. I got super excited about that huge pack in front of us as we're in 16th place. I'm like, oh, we've got a lot of chances there to be in a great spot, and instead I screwed it all up. Screwed it all up. We lose 2 spots. Perfect. Ryan Ellis, he's got us in his sights, but we're in Greg Galding's draft now, so the hope is that we can kind of figure it out a little bit, as these 2 drivers are catching the pack in front of us. So to be honest, being behind them, not a bad thing at all. This track is crazy finicky when it comes to your exit. It is insane to think middle of the exit is a problem, high exit is a problem. You exit the line low, though, you're completely fine. Like, completely fine. We get around Greg Galding. Brandon Jones here now. Of course, we lost those positions because I was an idiot. Bounced off the apron. We know that's costly. Austin Hill right in front of us. And Brennan Poole. We're going to get a nice run on the inside of Brandon Jones. Got to get on the brakes, though, to keep us down here. It seems to have worked out as we jump right up behind Brennan Poole. And on exits, we're going to stick with him. I've got right up on his bumper, trying to clear these other drivers, and it's just not there. So that didn't work out very well. Well, now we cleared him, so that's good. Don't touch the apron, don't touch the apron, don't touch the apron, touch the apron. We're up in 15th. We're going to get a nice run on Brennan Poole here, so let's take advantage of it as we jump into 3 and 4 with him on our outside. Get a huge run, overdrive the corner, and watch Austin Hill jump up on our inside as we're going to get a little loose coming out of 3 or coming out of 4.
Stay high up here.
And now we're on the outside line. And how does that even work? I should be able to carry more speed in the middle of the track, but it didn't work, and we're going to lose a spot to Greg Galding. We're going to fight our tails off just to get the 15th place we need to get in this race. I knew this race was going to be trouble. I didn't think it'd be this much trouble. So we continue to push it.
Careful, still there.
Yeah, there we go. I was like, I'm trying to get in Austin Hill's draft. That's what we need. And in fact, at this point, just working with Austin Hill and his draft to pull away from people and to catch other people is what I'm going to try to work on. We'll work on when we get to his bumper, not in a turn, of course, but when we get to his bumper on the straight, if we get up to it, get a nice run, we'll do a gentle, real gentle push on him. Otherwise, hopefully, just the draft between the two of us will work. There we go. So, there we go. Just the slightest of, here you go. Hopefully that helps you out. Watch the relative with Eliza Bethel, 1.1 seconds in front of us. And is this working? I don't know. Of course, we're going to gain probably a 10th going down the straightaway, but I don't know if it's going to work with Austin Hill. Or are we going to lose that 10th back right away? I'm not sure. Looks like we might be gaining about a 10th a lap right now. Nope, we lost that 10th again, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. We've got just 21 laps left in the race. We're in our goal position. Working with Austin Hill has given us a little bit of breathing room behind us, with Gray Galding being nearly a half second, now a half second back. And just get to his bumper a little bit, a little tap there. And then, yeah, we're within a second of Bethel, but now I just screwed that turn up really bad, so I hope I don't lose the draft. Nope, we did not. Thank goodness.
No mistake here.
No mistakes. We've made mistakes all day long, my friend. All day long. Somehow, we've been able to stay in this one. Somehow, we've been able to continue to drive the way we're driving and slowly make our way up. But, I mean, in a great setup at the end of the race, potentially a top 10 car, not sure. Get on pit road. Take a look at our left side tires, determine if we can do a 2-tire stop. I know we're not going to put, well, we probably actually could just do a gas and go, come to think of it, if it's just a couple laps. We got 15 in the tank, 67%. So we're not burning up the tires at the rate that we're burning the fuel. So that's a big deal. Did Austin Hill get into Eliza Bethel's draft now? As if he did, we could very well end up catching up to that other group with a 3-car draft. It could happen. I'm not sure if it will, but it could happen. We are absolutely in his draft, and we have gained on Bethel. We're going to give him a little boop, help him up here. Get off the gas early to not run him through the turn. Yep. Now we're 4/10, or he's 4/10. We're 5/10 away from Bethel, so 4/10, yeah. See if I can give him another little nudge. You know, you just hope that we're not causing yellow on our bumper. I shouldn't have looked at that going through the turn, because we just lost all of our momentum, and he caught right up to Bethel with our last little nudge going down the straightaway, but we're in the draft with both of them. We should be okay. Need to make sure not to lose it there. Of course, Hill is going to try to get around Bethel, and that wasn't my goal. My goal is that all three of us work together to get up to the next pack, but whatever. We do all still have to pit one more time at this point, but it looks like it's just going to be a quick gas and go. As we get a decent run, and we're actually going to get into Bethel's draft and pull us up around Hill. Not in time. Not in time.
Hold your line. Say hi.
Tommy Joe Martin's up there. That's, of course, not what we want to be dealing with. A little loose out there, but side-by-side racing is not what I need to be doing right now. I need to let Hill go, get in behind him, and try to work with these cars to get us up to that other pack. But Hill is not running. He's running low. Or middle line, I guess. Because we're able to stay with Bethel's draft, though, we're not losing him either, which is good.
Still there.
I don't know what to do with him. He's not running up with us, so he's not working with us. So let me see if I can just get around him and work with Bethel.
Careful. Still there.
Oh, now I got a really nice run. Hopefully she'll pull up in front.
Careful.
Perfect. And we'll give her the push. And that'll give us a nice gap. There we go.
Got one peeking inside. You got room. You're clear.
I didn't. Okay, good. I'm like, I didn't want to hit her, but I also was trying to get down between me and Austin Hill. And we lost absolutely all of our momentum. All right. Good. We got a nice run. Get up in front of Hill.
You're clear.
Get up with Bethel. Try to get us up to Tommy Joe. He's a rival, but we'd like to pass him regardless. We've got a number of cars showing on pit road, and I don't know if they're on pit road already doing their thing or if they're on pit road. Yeah, those might have been the cars that actually stayed out. Some cars did stay out. I don't think all those cars are out of the race. At least I hope we don't have 4 cars out of the race. We might have. I haven't really paid attention. Now in editing I will, but we are gaining on Tommy Joe Martins. We've got 9 left in the tank. Trying to give a little bump to Eliza here. 11 in the race. Probably 8 in the tank now. Yeah, so we're 3 short. Will there be a caution? Will there be a gas and go? Will there be, I don't know. If there's a caution, I'd do full service. If not, yeah, we're just going to do a half a can. Get in, get out as fast as possible. We need a really good pit stop. Working with Eliza. We're driving away from Austin Hill. We're driving up towards Tommy Joe Martins. It's not the most comfortable feeling in the world, but at least we're able to work with her to get up to him, figure it out once we're there. And also, hopefully this only, well, we don't have a bad relationship with her anyway, so I was going to say hopefully it just improves the relationship, but I don't think that it would matter for us. Gaining 2 tenths going through 3 tenths there. That was pretty nice. That was very nice. Yeah, we have a really good chance actually at getting around him. Just try to give her the nudge to get up there a little bit more. She gets a nice run going through the 3 and 4. Not positive, but we, I don't know. Do we battle it out with him? If she goes inside and he keeps running outside, yeah, we do. Come on. Oh, she's going to get a huge run going through 3 and 4 here. Matt Malone in the lead. I just took a look down there and saw that. We need to pass.
Stay low, stay low.
We need to pass Tommy Joe before the turn. He's going to come right down on us early. I had to back out of it anyway. Oliveira was one of the cars that got onto pit road. And we had to get on the brakes again because Bethel was going to get around him. And then he kind of went down. Got in her way. Just going to run middle now. I don't think we're going to make it around him.
Stay on the bottom.
Oh, that's the part where the AI is real dumb. Let's get around Oliveira.
Still there.
6 to go in the race. 3 in the tank.
All right, clear outside.
We're definitely looking like we're going to be pitting for gas. No. Ooh, I'm so glad that didn't wreck him. We got real loose off there.
All right, you're clear there.
Bethel right behind us. She did get around. So that's good. I'm going to freak out if they don't have to pit.
5 to go, this time by.
Because we have 2 in the tank. And I have to actually keep an eye on it to see if it's going to go to 1 in the tank before we cross the line.
Fuel window. Let's pit for gas.
Keeping an eye on the leaders, seeing if they're coming down. No, some are.
In front of you. He's slowing down. He's going to be pitting.
Some are. We are. Oh, that was hilarious.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
Well, we're in 22nd place for now. Oh, no, no, no. I forgot that's the... We're okay. Everything's fine. We're fine. You're fine. We're all fine. Crap. Yeah, that was really bad on me. That was really bad on me. That's all right. We didn't lose
Careful.
much.
Still there.
Bethel right there. Get right back in behind her. A lot of cars on pit road, about to find out where we end up.
Stay low, stay low.
Of course, top 15 is what matters. We're in 13th. Right where we were. So we came out right where we went in. 13th, so there's always the potential. Oh, yeah, I don't think we're going to catch those cars up in front of us either. So that's how it'll lay out. John Perez in the lead currently. He's got 2 wins this year already. That team seemed to have all the bad luck in previous years, and this year, dominant all season long.
2 to go, driver.
2 laps left for us. We're in front of Martin's, which we need to stay there. Love to be able to reel in Sam Mayer, but not with 2 to go. There's no way, and he's actually driving away from us. How were our tires? We were fine. Not really, but if we ended up having like a 10 or 15 lap run, we would have had to have gotten tires. Just right sides probably, though. We would have dealt with having bad lefts.
All right, let's go. White flag.
All right, let's hit our marks the best that we can. Not give Tommy Joe a chance to catch us. Got a car coming off pit road. We're in 12th place right now. That car coming off pit road isn't going to be... We're never going to catch them, though. And they're down. So that doesn't matter. Tommy Joe never backing off. He's gaining on us a bit, but we are going to walk away with a 12th place finish.
For the top 20 count.
And I really believe that was just the best we could do with this car. A 99 speed rating, I don't agree with at all. I think that was the best we could do with the car we had. Top 5, winner John Perez. Bryce Egan comes in 2nd. Max Cost 3rd. Matt Malone 4th. Lane Tibergen 5th. Gary Norton 6th. Michael Chavez 7th. So look at all of those subscriber drivers up in the top 10. Eliza Bethel came in 14th place. David Schildhaus 18th. AJ Hale in his first race comes in 25th. Jeremiah Graham 26th. Taylor Carpenter 27th. Bradshaw Stout 28th. Bernardo de Oliveira 30th. Matthias Espinoza 31st. Timothy Mathis 32nd. Parker Smith 33rd. And then DNFs go to Sheldon Creed, Casey Kane, and Matt Kenseth. Max Cost had your fastest lap of the race. Lane Tibergen led the most laps. Michael Chavez, on the move driver, 35th to 7th. Tough break goes to Matt Kenseth. Started top 10, finished dead last. Well, you know what we do. We run the Xfinity race, and then we get right into our Cup car with JGR. And we do the exact same thing. We've got the Dixie Vodka 400 coming up, Homestead, Miami, in the next episode. Folks, that is going to do it for this episode, though. I'd like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.